everyone, and welcome to Osseo High School for CTN's live coverage of girls high school basketball. It's a Northwest Suburban Battle of the Birds as the Osseo Orioles host the Coon Rapids Cardinals. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro here for tonight's game, and Howie, an Osseo team that is really struggling. 9 straight losses, just 2 wins so far this season.
They had a coaching change a couple of weeks ago, and I think that's affected this program. Interim head coach, I should say, Craig Moss, taking over this program and trying to keep it together. And again, nine losses in a row, very difficult. They're going to try and get back on track here against the Cardinals at home.
The one positive thing for the Blackbirds is both wins against Northwest Suburban Conference opponents, a 1-5 record in their division. On the flip side, the Cardinals a game under 500, but that same divisional record. Granted, they play in a little bit tougher north side of the Northwest Suburban, but a 1-5 record in the division. They'd like to see that a little bit better.
They would, and they're coming in here tonight. Coach Peterson said, we have 3 very winnable games the next 3 contests. So this is an opportunity for us to try and extend some things, build a little more confidence, and it's hopefully going to start here on the road against Osseo.
Yeah, and they've got a number of girls that get it done. We've talked about them in the post. They're one of the strongest teams in the post, but at the point, they've got a couple of girls that we knew were going to get it done. And this one young lady who has really stepped up her game throughout the season, and we look to her to be a big factor every night now as well, too.
Yeah, Brooklyn Dixon, they're going to look to her to step it up here tonight. We've talked about the fact that she didn't start the season in that starting lineup, but she's earned the opportunity to do so. So Brooklyn Dixon obviously coming off this, getting the start here again tonight, looking to contribute mightily.
Yeah, and on the flip side, Osseo is scoring a big problem. That's why they're just 2-14. They're averaging just about 33, 34 points a game. They need to get some more balls in the basket.
Their post player, Brooke Heisler, Coach Moss told me, we're going to look for her to get some rebounding tonight on both ends of the court. And that's something that he feels is going to be a key for them tonight. If they're going to stay in this contest, they have to control both sides of the board. They're going to have to be able to get that advantage. And it's going to be a tough against this Coon Rapids line, much bigger.
Yeah, definitely. Ellie Carver underneath, Lainey Hanneman as well. And don't forget Courtney Ackerman, who last time we saw this team on CTN grabbed a school record 18 rebounds in that victory. So the Cardinals hoping they can make it another win here tonight. Cardinals and the Orioles take the floor next on CTN.
Looking for a new home? Come to Coon Rapids. Down payment assistance is available from the Mortgage Assistance Foundation when you purchase your new home with an FHA 203K mortgage. Any single-family home in need of renovation or rehab can qualify. Find out more today. Call 763-767-6422 or visit the city's website.
We love our new home.
Back at Osseo High School, Cardinals and the Orioles set to take the floor. And you talk about a key to the game for Coach Craig Moss and the Orioles being getting some control on the boards. They're going to have to do it with positioning because their 2 post players both come in at 5'9". The Cardinals not listing height on the roster, but Ellie Carver, 6 foot, Lainey Hanneman, not much below that. Lainey Hanneman, a really long wingspan as well. So they can be a formidable force underneath. And we talked about it. Carver in the middle, Hanneman and Ackerman at the forward positions. Brooklyn Dixon and Courtney Ackerman, the guards for the Cardinals. For the Orioles, Jasmine Haynes, Jaden Klein, and Anna Corona in the backcourt. Jason Quate and Brooke Heisler are the forwards.
There's interim head coach Craig Moss taking over a couple of weeks ago this program. And then, of course, Deb Peterson, Cardinal head coach.
Coon Rapids wins the opening tip. First possession goes to the visitor. And they'll set up in the half court left side. Brooklyn Dixon putting it on the floor against Jaden Klein. Getting Klein to move. Stops in the high post. Back out to Caitlin Ackerman. Hard pass underneath. Carver will score.
Well, that's what they're going to do. They're going to take advantage of their size down low. Coach Moss told me, he said, you know, as much as we have to do a good job on the boards, we have to keep them off the boards. That's going to be a Cardinal basketball.
Yep, off the hands of Heisler, out of bounds. I think the Cardinals did get a hand on the pass, but Heisler last touch, and the Cardinals another opportunity. Dixon will bring it across court. You know, we knew coming in that Courtney Ackerman would do most of the point play for the Cardinals as Coon Rapids turns it right back over. As we talked about in the opening, Brooklyn Dixon, a nice job coming in and adding another strong point player to the mix for the Cardinals. And with them both on the floor, both can take charge at different times. Osseo already starting to get into their benches a little bit. Three-pointer is good for Jasmine Haynes.
Well, and Haynes the leading scorer for this club, and they're going to need her as well offensively to hit shots just like that. Nice three-pointer for the Orioles to take an early 3-2 lead.
Kaylin Ackerman in some trouble. Her pass, though, tipped away out of bounds by Quate. Inbound goes to Dixon on the left side. She'll bring it up top. Watched by Klein. Now driving right side, batted away out of bounds by Klein. Strong defense for the Orioles, frustrating the Cardinals and not allowing them to do what they want to get done.
You see it again, it's just going to try and drive the bucket. Get a little piece of it.
Good patient defense.
Now, Coach Peterson, we can't look past Osseo. We know coming in that they've only won 2 games on the season, one of those being against the Bengals from Blaine. But they can't look past them. They have to play their game and do what they've been doing to achieve those 7 wins this season.
Well, Coon Rapids coming off a loss to 5th-ranked Centennial, and they lost by nearly 20 points. But talking to Coach Peterson, she said, we did a lot of things really, really well. We kept up with them in almost every statistical category, but we turned the ball over 28 times.
Yeah, I mean, she said, had we not done that, it would have been maybe a close game at that point, but you can't turn the ball over that many times, and that's one of the keys here for the Cardinals tonight. They cannot turn the ball over.
Klein left alone underneath, swatted away by Carver. A second chance won't go. Rebound tracked down by Heisler on the backside. Quate in the post. Will put it on the floor, and then another block by Carver, and Dixon on the run. Tried to get it to Hanneman. We'll kick it back to Caitlin. Now Courtney Ackerman up top. And she took a step before putting it on the floor.
And looking down low for Ellie Carver. Nice battle going underneath. With Brooke Heisler.
Haynes came out, trying to get Quate, slashing to the lane. Klein forces one up, won't go. Or Heisler, rather, forces one up that wouldn't go, and Carver had the rebound.
A good defense just to not commit the foul and make her force that shot.
Destiny Artis on the floor for the Cardinals. She's in control. We'll bring it back up top. She replaced Hanneman at the last stoppage. Oh, underneath, and the bounce pass in a little too tight off the foot of Carver. Another turnover back to Osseo. Klein will pull up for 3. That will be hard off the back iron. Quate controls the rebound, and Osseo will reset. Corona back up top to Klein, and now Quate left side for Haynes. Corona for 3. That won't go. The rebound by Courtney Ackerman. And she'll bring it slowly up court for Coon Rapids. Pass out of the reach of Carver, taken away by Corona, and the Blackbirds on the run. Steal by Courtney Ackerman. And she was fouled before dishing that.
She traveled.
She traveled.
That's a couple of times that she's been called for the travel. We'll see
I don't know if officials saw it differently.
Drag that back foot before getting rid of the ball.
Coach Peterson calling a timeout. Doesn't like the lack of scoring. Actually opened up this basketball game with a bucket underneath and haven't been able to score since.
Well, and I think the other thing is those turnovers we've talked about, several trips down court without a good look at the basket. And a couple of travels we've talked about against Courtney, but a couple of passes that were off the mark that either went out of bounds or ended up in possession of the team wearing orange. Taya Hampton checking in for Osseo.
And Kennedy
along
Kerr.
with Maggie Bauer. Kennedy Kerr on the floor, as you mentioned, for the Cardinals. Corona in the corner for Osseo. Pass was a little bit behind, but recovered by Bauer. Her shot wouldn't go. Coon Rapids able to control the rebound. Touch pass to Caitlin Ackerman in the low post. Finds herself some room, hits the basket, gets the foul. Will go to the line for a chance to convert the three-point play.
Did a nice move to move one way and spin the other to get the open look. Going to spin around to the backside and able to get the bucket and the opportunity for that three-point play, as you mentioned.
Leaves it short. Quate with the rebound. It'll be a one-point lead for the Cardinals. Corona spins, gives it back up top. Hampton driving right side, and she traveled, but she twisted her ankle a bit as she went to plant. In a little bit of pain, but
seems to be okay.
Noticeably limping as she
limping.
gets back to her feet.
She's going to try and move to the inside. You're going to see her can just turn that ankle. Oh, yeah, that's not good. It's a nice round of applause from the crowd.
Hopefully,
she'll be all right.
Something that will not be a serious or lingering injury for her. But certainly not the way she wanted to bend that ankle. Kerr kicks it back up top. Artis into the paint underneath for Caitlin. Her shot had too much on it. Rebounded by Heisler. Corona pushes it up court to Klein. Stripped by Artis, but able to recover. Klein gets it back to Heisler up top. Round the horn it comes to Corona on the right side. Back up top, Bauer and now Klein. Back to Corona and right side. Heisler will take the three and she'll hit it.
Yeah, good range from outside for the post player. You talked about 5'9" underneath, but able to drop that three, take a 6-4 lead for the Orioles.
Artis working off the dribble, gets it back near midcourt for Courtney Ackerman. Right side, Artis. Back to Courtney, left side. Kerr will take the three, and she's got the answer.
Yeah, good range. She felt it when it left her hand.
Corona working against Kerr, right side for Bauer. Puts it on the floor, up top, Klein, back for Bauer, right side, Corona. Pass got away from Heisler, and she's not able to keep it in bounds.
Back in for Coon Rapids, Dixon and Hanneman, and for Osseo, Haynes.
Kennedy Kerr with nice range from beyond the arc and be able to drop that.
Dixon trying to find some room, draws the foul.
Falls on Klein.
It's going to go against Jaden Klein. Three-pointer for Artis from the corner, misses everything, out of bounds off the Cardinals as Hanneman tried to get up over the shorter Osseo players and hopefully tip it to a teammate. Instead tips it out of bounds, and now Klein slowly works up court against Caitlin Ackerman. Stripped by Artis, recovered by Heisler. Kicked to Bauer, back to Heisler in the right corner. Up to Bauer up top, working against Dixon. Heisler looking baseline against Hanneman. She's fouled. She'll get to the line to shoot 2.
Call that on Hanneman. Her first, team first. 11:33 remaining in the opening half. She can drive the edge. You're going to see the push there. A little contact from behind.
Heisler misses the first. Heisler junior, just 2 seniors on the squad for Osseo. Another one of the struggles they've had this year, a very young program. Heisler misses them both. Hanneman tracks down the rebound, gets it to Dixon. Caitlin Ackerman will slow it down right side. Backs in, backs out against Bauer. Cross court. Artis puts it on the floor, splits a couple of defenders. Shot is short. Caitlin Ackerman got the rebound, stripped by Klein as she tried to take it back up. But Caitlin able to recover, gets to the paint, gets the foul. Bucket will count. She'll go to the line. Another chance at a 3-point play.
Yeah, just being aggressive as she takes it inside. Did a nice job here. Gonna just drive the inside, able to get her shot off, and another opportunity for a 3-point play.
And this time she's able to convert. Gives Coon Rapids a 10-6 lead.
Corona back in for Osseo, and Ellie Carver back in for Coon Rapids.
Good to see Hampton back on the floor. Bauer's shot from 3-point range won't go. Rebound out of bounds off of Hanneman, last to touch. So the Orioles will get it back. And Hampton has a brace on that right ankle. I don't know if she did before she rolled it. She does now, but certainly running the length of the floor without any apparent pain. So Dixon scoring in the lane.
Well, she did go out the far door with the trainer, so he may have put that on the time, may have retaped it.
3-pointer was off the mark, and then a foul on the backside called against Jasmine Haynes. That'll be number 4 against Osseo.
Courtney Ackerman back in the lineup for Coon Rapids.
Pull-up jumper for Dixon is off the glass and in.
Back-to-back baskets for Brooklyn Dixon.
Corona trying to get around the corner. And Hanneman going to pick up her second quickly.
Fouls on Hanneman.
We'll see how long Coach Peterson keeps her in there with 2. I don't see anybody coming off the bench at this point, but to do now.
Corona up top, watched by Dixon, right side Hampton. Back up top for Bauer. Left side Corona, long 3. Off the mark, Hanneman the rebound. Dixon will head up court for Coon Rapids. Trying to get it inside to Carver. The pass taken away by Heisler. Corona will get it across midcourt. Ahead for Hampton. Drives, misses. Rebound by Kerr. Carver, quick shot, won't go. Hanneman the rebound. That wouldn't go either.
Yeah, a couple of shots by your big players not falling. The short little jumpers.
Hanneman looked to me bumped by a couple of different players as she tried to get that shot up, but no call. Not that I'm a homer at all.
Come on, no one's ever called you a homer.
To my face.
Once or twice. More like 8 or 10
per
game.
Steal for Dixon, pushes it up court for Courtney Ackerman. Underneath, Carver the bucket plus the foul. This is going to be number 2 against Jasmine Haynes, who was trailing the play.
And that's their game. They want to work this inside game, and a nice job, nice feed from Courtney Ackerman to Ellie Carver.
Kerr and Hanneman will both head to the bench for the Cardinals. Heisler and Bauer head off for Osseo. And Carver able to convert the three-point play. An 11-point edge now for the visitors as we're just over midway through this first half. Corona, right side for Klein, backs out, long 3 from the top, won't go. Tracked down in the corner by Haynes, double teamed, and smartly plays it out off the Cardinals to keep possession for Osseo.
Yeah, they had a good trap back there, and you're right, very smart play. You throw it off the defender, give your opportunity to reset.
Klein up top for Hampton, right side for Haynes. Hampton up top. Puts it on the floor, spins away from Lexi West, but kicked it out to Corona. Three-pointer for Klein is short. Rebound underneath, and the follow is good for Jasmine Haynes.
Look at Haynes, just good position, you know, getting it in front of a couple of defenders. And then now another little bit too much on that pass from Dixon.
Well, that's first basket for Osseo in nearly 5 minutes of play.
Yeah, look at, she did a nice job of getting in front
we
of the
talked
defenders.
about it. They want to be aggressive. They want to be able to battle on the boards, and it's going to mean being in good position because they do not have the size. Corona for 3. That won't go. Rebound tipped, controlled by Hampton. She takes it in. That won't fall. She's able to recover it off the backside. Get it over to Klein. Klein's shot won't fall either. Rebound is not controlled by anybody until...
It looked like that looked like the Osseo player was out of bounds when she touched that.
Yeah, I thought that
we'll see it again here.
Stepped out before touching.
Well, maybe not.
Well,
nevertheless,
to me, the Osseo player touched the ball out of bounds. The Coon Rapids play, the ball did not touch out of bounds. It never touched the floor out of bounds, so that should be Coon Rapids basketball. But nonetheless, they turned it over. Coon Rapids miss at the other end. Actually, they scored.
They did.
And the Coon Rapids missed at the other end. Courtney Ackerman getting a hand in and knocking the pass away. Orioles will keep it. Kylie Hetwer checking in for the first time for the Cardinals. Quate bumped, the bucket will count, and she'll go to the line for a three-point opportunity.
Well, nicely designed play for Quate. They did a nice job of finding underneath. She's able to get good position, get the bump. Opportunity for, as you mentioned, three-point play. Osseo doing a good job of cutting into this Coon Rapids lead.
Misses the front end. Quate able to track down the rebound. Bauer high on the right wing. Up top for Klein. Back to Bauer right side. Heisler drives. Bucket will count plus the foul. And she'll have a chance at the free throw line.
All of a sudden, what was a nice Coon Rapids lead has been dwindling down here. Again, nice cut to the basket. Good job to keep that ball in your outside hand. Able to get a good shot off, get the contact.
She converts, and it's back to a two-point game. 8 unanswered points. 9 unanswered points even for Osseo. And after going 5 minutes without a basket, they've scored those 9 points in less than 90 seconds apart.
That's a good way to get back into the contest.
Hetwer for 3, that's short. Long rebound to Bauer on the run. Klein behind the defense. She scores, and we're all tied up.
And the missed shot led to the defensive rebound, then led to the offensive points.
Destiny Artis, right side for Hetwer. Back for Artis. Courtney Ackerman back to Artis. Hetwer on the right side. Cardinals continue to work the perimeter, see if that will open up Carter underneath. Off the miss, Carver will get the rebound and score.
Well, that's a good way to clean up the miss. Shot wasn't on by Hetwer.
And then a steal for Courtney Ackerman. Now they get it down low. Carver turns and shoots, won't go. Caitlin Ackerman a rebound, that won't go. Quate gets it and has possession for Osseo. Corona with a little bit of room, gets across midcourt against Kylie Hetwer. Drives to the lane, gets the contact, will go to the line and shoot 2. 5:06 remaining, half number 1.
Falls on Ackerman.
Calling on Courtney Ackerman. That's for sure is her second. I'm not sure if that's her third. They don't have a scoreboard here that keeps track of personal fouls or points. But that might be.
Well, they usually flash it up. I did not see it either. Corona hits 1 of 2. Osseo gets the rebound, draws the foul. No, Osseo called for the foul.
Yeah.
The pretty new one that can probably do all of that stuff. They only use.
They said they've had it for
so
about
much.
a year and they don't use a lot of it. Just pretty much for keeping the score and fouls.
Pass tip taken away. Corona will push it up court, out of the reach of Bauer, and a turnover back to the Cardinals.
Back in for Osseo, Hampton.
Dixon left side for Kerr, cross court. Artis will take the 3. That's short. Knocked away from Carver and recovered by Hampton. Pass too tall for Klein. Dixon will control. Destiny Artis running the left side. Passed ahead, knocked away out of bounds by Quate.
Nice anticipation from Quate. As she saw that pass coming to Carver underneath, she was able to use her speed to get over and get a hand on it.
Lexi West back in for the Cardinals. Dixon inbound. Long jumper is good for Ellie Carver.
Coon Rapids going to call a timeout, talk about things now with a 21-18 lead.
A little over 4 minutes remaining. I was just going to say, I'm pretty impressed. Coach Moss has not used a single timeout yet.
He's not. And his team did fall behind. He had the opportunity.
They were down by 11.
Yep. But his team has fought back. Trailed by 3. If you like what's going on here, you're going to love our Facebook site. Make sure you check us out, like us, follow us, watch for some good pictures. A lot of fun. It's facebook.com, CTN Coon Rapids. Well,
we've seen some streaky games this year, and this one is following that trend. Osseo had the early lead. Then Coon Rapids scored 13 unanswered points. Then Osseo responded by scoring 11 in a row.
Yep.
And that
which they
evened
needed.
the score at 17, and now Coon Rapids has been able to get themselves back in front since then.
Well, you know, for a team that's only won 2 games, they're looking for some momentum on the season, and you fall behind by 11, you could say, oh, it's the same old thing happening again. But they didn't give up, and they fought, and they climbed back into this game.
Hampton up top, right side for Klein. Bauer had it tipped away out of bounds by Caitlin Ackerman. Orioles will keep possession. Corner, Bauer bobbled it and bounced it on the line. A turnover back to the Cardinals.
And took her eye off the basketball, not able to keep control.
Dixon across midcourt, left side for Kennedy Kerr. Back to Brooklyn Dixon. Underneath for Carver, shot is short, got her own rebound. Bucket will count, plus the foul.
Yeah, she'll appreciate the fact she missed that first one because she was able to get her own miss, put it back up, and now 3-point opportunity again.
And she converts. 12 points in the game already for Ellie Carver. Backdoor pass got away from Klein, recovered by Bauer. Hampton steps up. Her jump shot off the glass won't go. Caitlin Ackerman, strong rebound. And Dixon will set the offense for the Cardinals. Right side, Lexi West back to Dixon up top. Cross court. Kerr thought about the 3, steps in, and her jumper won't go. Carver there to clean it up, though.
Yeah, and she's being a force. She's obviously using that size underneath to control.
Yeah, 14 points of the Cardinals' 26, and a lot of them coming off of rebounds. Hampton drives, shot is short. Carver there for the rebound. Gets it to Dixon, quickly up court. Kerr underneath Caitlin Ackerman. Her shot won't go, tips it, gets it back, tipped away out of bounds, but last touch by the Cardinals. 2:32 remaining in half number 1. Coon Rapids has been able to open that lead back up a little bit, on top by 8.
Well, thanks to the strength of Ellie Carver underneath, they've been able to do so. Osseo defensively going to look to try and find a way to stop her, but they don't have the horses for that size-wise.
Pick and roll from a ways, long ways away from the basket, but it worked, and Coite hits the little floater. And the Cardinals turn it back over.
Yeah, a little bit too much on that pass.
Two minutes remaining in the first half. Down low, Coite turns, pass back was tipped, taken away by Brooklyn Dixon. Dixon will push it left side to West, tried to quickly get it underneath to Carver, but out of the reach of Ellie Carver, and another turnover back to Osseo.
You know, we've seen a number of turnovers by Coon Rapids on that look down low.
Klein to Hampton. Takes a look. Back to Klein on the left. Squares up against Caitlin Ackerman. Left side for Coite. Down low. Bauer at position. Turns and scores.
Leads down to 4 for Coon Rapids. Under almost a minute remaining.
Dixon will take the 3 from the top of the key. Won't go. Carver gets the rebound. Shot off the bottom of this backboard. Then gets a third chance and puts it home.
Yeah, you talk about the effort from her in this first half.
Bauer back up top for Hampton. Down to 45 seconds remaining first half. Cardinal lead by 6. Quate jump shot is good. .30 seconds. We'll see if the Cardinals try and slow it down and hold for the last shot here. Artis and Dixon playing some catch on the right side. Artis will take the 3, well off the mark. West couldn't get to the rebound. Corona up court under 5 seconds to Klein. She's fouled before the shot.
They call that on Dixon, I believe.
Falls on Dixon.
Not much time on the clock.
0.2 seconds.
Yeah,
they can't really get it in and get a shot. So the buzzer will sound. We'll go to the locker room. Coon Rapids on top by 4, 28-24. We'll take a break, get some reaction after this. You're watching live high school basketball on CTN.
Completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma. I have a mentor, and she convinced me to continue my education. No one receives a diploma alone. If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, go get it. You can do it.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back to Osseo High School. You're watching CTN's live presentation, girls high school basketball. We're at the break. Coon Rapids with a 28-24 lead over Osseo. I'm here with head coach Deb Peterson. And coach, guys had an 11-point lead in that first half. Osseo got back into it. Big first half from Ellie Carver. Nice play down low.
Yeah, we got to be better though. Across the board, everybody. I mean, we're playing lazy and slow right now, and that's just not okay.
Oh, talk a little more. And you say you got to be better. What are you going to say to the girls here at the break?
Be better, work harder. I mean, they're just not working us right now. There's no excuse for it.
A lot of turnovers as well. Probably too many for your liking down low as well, because you've got that height advantage underneath.
Yeah, that snow day yesterday killed us.
All right, coach, go back to the locker room. Good luck. We're going to take a quick break. Be back with highlights from the first half right after this.
Fast-paced family life in need of a slowdown?
Hello, I'm Dr. Spruce. Did you know all those green shapes on maps are parks and forests? It's true. Visit discovertheforest.org and plan to visit a park or forest near you, instead of just wondering what it would have been like.
While the word forest might make you think of distant lands from far, far away, please note parks and forests are closer than you think, which means things like beautiful scenery, fresh air, and family time are also closer than you think.
It appears these hot ashes are about to be dumped, which could possibly start a wildfire. How will Smokey deal with such a hot situation? The garden hose defense. Next, a thorough stir. Then another spray. And finally, feeling if the ashes are cool.
Oh, yeah.
Ah yes, the selfie. A ritual practiced so frequently with this tribe, but not so much by Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
The Orioles in control of the camera, but not the ball game to this point. They have done a nice job of keeping it close. I will give them that. As you talk to Coach Peterson about, we saw a very streaky game. We saw Coon Rapids score 13 unanswered and get out in front by 11, and then the Orioles responded by going on an 11-0 run, erasing that deficit in a matter of, they went 5 minutes without a basket and then scored 11 points in less than 2 minutes to tie the game back up. But down the stretch, it was the Cardinals and mostly Ellie Carver doing the work. Carver scored 16 in the first half, including the last 14 Cardinal points in the half. A lot of them on little misses like that.
Yeah, she had a nice. I mean, really, she kept Coon Rapids where they needed to be in that first half. But Coach Peterson not happy, I don't believe, with the effort from her girls in that first half. Probably the shortest interview we've done. I think she was just wanting to get back and talk to the girls and tell them what she felt of that first half and move forward.
Yeah, they're out here early, getting ready and hopefully getting ready to give forth a little more effort. This is one they've got to have. They don't want to let this one get away from them. They're up 28-24. Hope to grab some reaction from head coach of Osseo, Craig Moss, after this on CTN.
Did you hear about the pony with a sore throat? He was a little horse. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why couldn't the Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Where did cats go on vacation? New York.
Welcome back to Osseo High School. We're at the break, 28-24, Coon Rapids over Osseo. I'm here with Oriole head coach Craig Moss. Coach, your thoughts on that first half?
Well, the first half, Ellie, their post number 35 was just dominant, and so we got to find a way to contain her. She just often rebounds, post touches. She really dominated us, so we got to find a way to stop her.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Joe, take it away.
Thank you, Howie. And the Cardinals will start with the basketball. And yeah, without you take Ellie Carver away, and this is a game that the Orioles control. And right off the opening possession, Dixon a miss, Carver a rebound, draws the foul, will go to the line to shoot two. Carver can score from the free throw line as well.
Now we'll see if any kind of adjustments that Coach Peterson talked about with her girls at the break happens here.
Great rebound by Caitlin Ackerman. The Cardinals able to reset. Cross court to Lainey Hanneman, and Hanneman the other half of that double trouble in the post, but found herself on the bench for the majority of that first half because of foul trouble. Three-pointer for Dixon won't go. Rebound out of bounds. And it'll be Osseo ball.
Well, again, Carver with position underneath, not able to control that. Went off of her.
I think she was hoping for a foul, as felt she got slapped, but foul not to come. Corona right side for Osseo. Into the point for Heisler. Back up top for Quate. Left side for Haynes. Corona at the top. Watched by Dixon. Puts it on the floor. Quate in the corner. Bounce pass. Heisler. And we have a timeout, Osseo. Talked about it. You know, he really didn't use many, if any, timeouts in that first half.
No, he didn't.
And that does give him a lot more flexibility here in the second. But a very early timeout here.
I think he just he must have talked about some adjustments that he wanted to make at the break, and he maybe didn't see his girls implementing what he wanted them to do. So call a quick timeout. So this is what we talked about. Let's make sure we are on the same page, because we're only down by 5, and we have an opportunity to see if we can continue to battle and get our 3rd win of the year.
Hanneman tipped it away, but Bauer able to recover. Corona now. Puts it on the floor, backs away from Dixon, spins back towards the middle. Now hands off to Bauer. Quate got a little bit of space with the pick, but gives it back to Bauer. Into the point, Heisler back to Quate. Bauer, left side, Haynes into Heisler, spins to the middle, blocked away. And out of bounds, it'll be Osseo ball. Carver's been strong on defense as well, and I believe has yet to pick up a foul, knock on wood. Quate will get it up top to Haynes, and now Corona in the corner. Trying to get it into Quate. She had to scramble for it, and then the pass deflected, but got out to Haynes. Haynes trying to get away from Caitlin Ackerman. Here's Heisler from forever away. The glass didn't answer that time, and an easy rebound for Hanneman.
No, and I think her teammates felt that was a bucket, and they all kind of moved away from the glass.
Yeah, they were all moving back down court. Oh, you can't leave her that wide open. She missed, though. But then she gets the foul, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, a couple of misses down low.
I think she was surprised at how open she was initially. Right. It was a good pass to get her there, but yeah, she was wide open, which that's got to make Coach Moss cringe a little bit, knowing that that's their focus coming into the second half, is trying to shut her down. Carver hits the first. And only 1 of 2. Rebound out of bounds.
Cardinals.
And it'll be Cardinal ball.
Yeah. Coach Peterson, I think, was telling the official, hey, it went off of them. And the official says, okay. Okay.
There's a long delay.
It was.
Before a call went either side. Courtney Ackerman working against Haynes. Back up top, backs away. Dixon, pull-up jumper is short. Rebound tracked down by Bauer. Corona now. Left side, Heisler traveled.
Well, here's another turnover by Osseo, and this is an opportunity. You're going to see a little pressure now defensively from the Orioles. An opportunity for the Cardinals to see if they can open up this lead.
Long pass, breaks that defensive pressure quickly. Heisler punches the pass away.
And I think
Coach Moss arguing that Carver got a fingertip on it.
Well, I think
be Osseo ball.
I think Carver was arguing that she took a hit. Well, contact that nothing was called.
Artis lost the handle, and the Cardinals turned it over. Not a pretty start for either squad. No. 2 points, both from the free throw line, and not consecutive. That's all the scoring we've seen in the first 3 minutes of action here in the second half. Couple of turnovers, couple of missed shots. Driving is Hampton, that won't go, got her own rebound. Tried to force it up, went off the bottom of the backboard and recovered by Courtney Ackerman. Dixon will get it on the floor, run to the corner, and now back out. Watched by Bauer. Has room, will take the 3, and she'll knock it down.
Yeah, and the confidence just to realize that she had a little bit of open space, and she dropped it. That's a big three-pointer.
Full court pressure from the Cardinals. Quate on the run. Tried to go back door. Bauer couldn't go to the basket, but able to back out and reset the offense. Klein to Hampton up top. Corona to Klein, spins back to the lane. Nice little move to find some room inside and score.
That's why she's the leading scorer on this club. She's able to find that little bit of space, create it for herself to get the bucket. 7-point lead for Coon Rapids.
Destiny Artis, pull-up jumper is good.
You know, they want to take those high percentage shots, and that's what that was by Destiny Artis. And she's able to drop it.
Taya Hampton, pump fake, goes to the floor, baseline drive won't fall. Carver the rebound. Caitlin Ackerman running the other way. And she gets contact.
Corona, I believe.
And again, we see Osseo committing a couple of early fouls.
Yep.
It's the same way it worked in the first half. And Cardinals doing very well. Never put Osseo in the bonus in the first half. Couple of substitutions both sides. Brooke Heisler on the court for Osseo, and Bauer gets the steal on the inbound as Caitlin Ackerman nearly got the steal, and it does force the turnover.
Well, good hustle by Caitlin. She's able to get over there and force it off the Osseo player.
Yeah, even when she's not scoring, we've talked about that in the past. She's just such a determined athlete and brings so many of those intangibles. Hustle is definitely not going to be
that's a play
something you don't get from her.
Coach Moss can't be happy about. They left Kennedy Kerr all alone under the basket. No defense.
Heisler forces that one up, and she will get the roll. Brooklyn Dixon hands it off for Kennedy Kerr. Couldn't quite get Corona rubbed off on the screen, but Corona tipped it. How is that Osseo ball?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I think that it may have gone off and Kennedy Kerr a little bit, and she didn't chase
Klein
it. I think
working in the post down low, able to score.
She was not. Coach Pearson was not happy with the effort from Kerr, I believe.
Well, and
feeling that she should have tracked that down. And now turnover by the Cardinals.
Klein left side. Hampton will bring it back to the paint. Blocked away by Caitlin Ackerman, controlled by Brooklyn Dixon. 6 minutes into the contest. Caitlin drives to the lane, gets the foul. She'll go to the line to shoot two.
They're going to call this one on Hampton, I believe.
You are correct, sir.
You see is Caitlin Ackerman going to make an attempt to drive the lane.
Ackerman able to hit the first.
It's awfully quiet when the visiting team is at the line.
It's not supposed to be?
Usually not. It's just, good sportsmanship by all the fans.
And Ackerman hits them both back to a 9-point lead for Coon Rapids.
We talk about free throws. They're so important. You've got to hit them, and able to do so there.
Klein to Hampton, now right side Heisler. Watched by Artis, put it on the floor and drew the foul.
Call this one on Artis. It'll be the first team foul here in half number 2 against Coon Rapids. 11.
Not bad, 6.5 minutes in.
Yep.
First foul of the game for Destiny Artis. Again, just 6 fouls in the first half against Coon Rapids. Heisler in the post. Back out, Quate, long 2-point shot. Bank is open this time. Quate tips it away from Kerr, tracks it down all alone, missed the basket. Heisler is fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot two.
you talked about Carver. I believe they called that on Carver.
Yeah.
Not committing any infractions, and there's her first.
Well, that's a good one. I
mean,
you give up.
You do
a steal to a wide open look. They miss the breakaway, and then make them earn the points.
Hetwer back in for Coon Rapids.
Heisler will roll it down, so she will get them both, but she did have to earn them.
That lead is now down to 5 for the Cardinals.
Good defense, forces the turnover. Klein on the run, scores with the left hand, and it's a one-possession game. And a travel turnover, and an opportunity for the Orioles.
Again, you know, similar to that first half, Joe, the Cardinals built up that 11-point lead, and then Osseo back into the game. Cardinals with a 9-point lead in the second half, and Osseo back in the game.
A steal by Brooklyn Dixon. She's alone, going to the basket and scoring.
Corona thought she was fouled, but I think that was a nice, clean pick of the pocket by Dixon.
Yeah, and you can't just lobby your case
No.
rather than try and hustle back.
Yep.
She gave no effort to try and catch Dixon after having her pocket picked. Turning jumper won't go. And a nice little move by Hetwer to find some space and keep possession and get it into the front court. Hetwer for 3 in the corner. It's short. Long rebound to Corona. And she'll get it ahead to Hayes left side. Klein back to Hayes. Tried to send it inside, and we're going to have a foul underneath away from the ball. It's going to go against Heisler, pushing for position to get that pass down low.
That's her third. 5 team fouls for the Orioles.
Hetwer stops, pops, won't go, but Carver there to clean it up on the backside. Carver with 20 points now in the contest. Tipped, loose ball, recovered by Dixon, kicks it out to Courtney Ackerman. Long pass down. Poitier, athletic steal to get it back for Osseo. Been impressed with the way she plays. She's
well, and not only
what
that,
are they going to call? They're going to call the travel?
Yeah.
Yep.
She was smart enough to realize where her teammate was and distribute.
She's really athletic. She's very aggressive. And you love to see girls that just really compete hard, and that's what Jason Poitier has been doing all game.
Yes.
And unfortunately for the Orioles, they turn it right back over after that impressive steal. So Coon Rapids with the ball, a 7-point lead. Dixon in the corner. Back up top to Caitlin Ackerman. Steps inside. Jump shot won't go. Rebound by Hanneman. She's fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. We're a little more than midway through this second half.
Well, you know, and we've talked about Hanneman and of course, Carver being that inside force underneath, but Hanneman really hasn't been too involved. 2 personal fouls early on in that first half took her out of play.
And that's number 4 against Heisler. And she's got 10 points. She's the leading scorer for the Orioles so far tonight, and she's going to have to come out with those 4 personal. Hanneman able to hit the second. Thrown across midcourt. That one's, how is that? They shouldn't have even had to wait for that one to go out of bounds. I mean, it was clearly kicked. How do you not blow the whistle at me? I'm sorry.
Was it kicked or was it off her chest?
Oh, no, she booted it like she was out on the soccer field.
Well, maybe she thought she was.
She's a soccer player.
That's why I
Makes
said,
sense.
yeah.
Man, it was a bounce pass. She caught it in the chest, I don't know. And then got back to her feet. That's surprising quickness.
Could have been going for a bicycle kick.
Quate in the lane, tried to spin and score, got the foul, will go to the line instead.
Again, being aggressive, looking for your opportunity. Quate there earning the opportunity from the stripe.
Foul called on Hetwer, her first, team's third. Quate rolls it across the top of the rim. And missed them both. The rebound by Caitlin Ackerman.
Yeah, a couple of big misses at the line there. And talked about that importance is you have to be able to hit them, stay in this game.
Courtney Ackerman trying to get around the corner. On Klein, kicks it to Hetwer in the corner. Long two, won't go. Rebound tipped, but out of bounds. Quate had position, but Hanneman had the height. And good job by Laney to get her hands on the ball without committing the foul for going over the back. And there's Hanneman using that long reach again. Tipping the pass away before it can get through to Jaden Klein.
Well, the Cardinals holding the 8-point lead with 7:35 remaining.
Inbound to Klein, high post, working against Carver. And she double dribbled.
She knew it.
As soon as she did, she went, oh.
Oops, my bad.
Put it on the floor, picked it up, put it on the floor again. Hard to disguise that one.
Yeah, that time, good look underneath. Ellie just lost the handle on it. Oh,
and in some pain is back at the other end is Jaden Klein. She hit her elbow hard when she went to the floor. Osseo fans calling for a foul, but it really did look like Jaden Klein just leaned and lost her footing rather than there being really any foul. She did go to the floor relatively hard.
We hope she's okay.
And, it looks like grabbing her elbow, and hopefully, again, not anything too serious. As we've got 7:08 remaining in this second half, Coon Rapids an 8-point lead.
See it again.
Yeah, just incidental contact. Her and Caitlin got their feet got tangled up a little bit, but certainly not a foul, but an unfortunate collision. And again, hopefully, Klein's going to be okay. Went to the floor hard and landed on that elbow. And Osseo back in control. Corona with the basketball. They need one of those runs again. Three-pointer is short. Carver can't control, then tied up by Bauer. Good battle by the much smaller player. Possession arrow does favor the Osseo Orioles.
Yeah, again, Bauer just doing a good job of just making sure she got trying to get control of that basketball.
Quate, little head fake, watched by Carver in the corner, puts it on the floor, jumps over, shot won't go. The rebound by Dixon, and she'll come down court for the Cardinals. Leaves it back for Hanneman. Now Dixon. Dixon finds some room, pull-up jumper is good.
Got a little help from the rim. 10-point lead now for Coon Rapids.
It had been a while between baskets. Foul called on the Cardinals.
We're going to call Dixon. That'd be her second.
Quate can't get the shot to go. Carver has the rebound. Cardinals have scored the last 7 points. Floater won't go. Carver is fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
I mean, really, other than fouling, Osseo doesn't have much of an answer for Ellie Carver underneath.
Well, positioning. They were able to do that a little bit in the first half, but
yeah, but she's still.
But then, you know, and Hanneman out there as well. And I just talked about it a moment ago. You know, even though Coite had the position, Hanneman's got the height and the length.
Now Klein's back in. That's good to see.
Carver hits 1 of 2. Back to an 11-point lead, the largest of the game for the Cardinals. And again, it's been a drought for Osseo. They haven't scored in, I don't know, about 4 minutes, almost 5 minutes of play. 5 minutes now since their last basket, and they're going to turn it over as that pass just too tall and through the hands of Anna Corona.
Yeah, tough to score when you're turning the ball over.
Anna Corona, just a freshman, has led the point and been on the floor for almost the entire game for Osseo. Lexi West with room to the lane, and she scores.
Yeah, that's just a breakdown defensively for Osseo. It made it look too easy to get to the basket.
The other end, Haynes is blocked.
Yeah, good thought by West. She was hoping to grab that rebound, but stepped on the line to feed it back into Ellie Carver.
And a nice job by Carver to control herself, stay patient, and still, even though Haynes got past her, able to get the block. Klein to Coite. Her shot won't go. Rebound by West. She's tied up by a couple of Osseo players. This time, Cardinals will keep it on the possession arrow, but the Orioles' aggressiveness will get the possession arrow back in their favor. Full court pressure from the Orioles, and now backing off is Jasmine Haynes as Destiny Artist brings it across midcourt, and then Haynes,
the bump,
too aggressive, gets the foul, and that's going to be number 7. And put the Cardinals in the 1-and-1 bonus. Oh, number 8. Sorry.
Yep.
And it's number 4 on Jasmine Haynes. One of those 2 seniors. And Osseo another timeout.
Now you see the lead gaining for Coon Rapids up to 13. And Coach Moss decided that he needs to take a timeout, talk to his girls about some things with under 5 minutes remaining. Where's Joe Yund on Twitter? It's like, where's Waldo? Where's Yund?
It's a little more difficult than where's Waldo, because you can find me, you can follow me, might get a little bored.
Yeah, exactly. What was the last tweet? About 4 years ago?
At least. At least.
But not our last tweet. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. Hey, look at, there we are. Oh, we're right there.
I wasn't yawning.
Yeah.
I wasn't yawning.
Yeah, you were just studying things. Nice viewpoint right midcourt. We haven't been hit with a basketball yet, so that's a good thing.
That's always positive.
At least, certainly not intentionally. Although there's still 4:57 remaining.
Spiro, you've been asking for it. Artist misses the front end of the 1-and-1, and Caitlin Ackerman got to it but couldn't control, so ball back to Osseo. Haynes will hand it off to Corona. Right side, Hampton. Bounce pass, trying to get it inside. Here's Haynes for a long 2, won't go. Rebound by Hampton. She's fouled. Will go to line and shoot 2.
That's her second cover. She's got 21 points. That's not a bad night. Still 4.5 minutes remaining.
Hampton hits the first. Unable to hit the second. Rebound tied up, and boy, I think Carver fortunate on that one. I thought Haynes ripped it clean.
Yeah, I thought so as well.
But yeah, that was more than 6 minutes without a point for Osseo. And now they're kind of in desperation mode, down by 12 with under 4.5 to play. Klein, left side, Hampton puts it on the floor, gets to the paint and scores.
Well, they did make a run. They scored a number of points with about 90 in about 90 seconds. So they did a little bit of that in the first half. But Cardinals, I think Cardinals will just keep the ball, slow the ball down, slow the pace here with that lead.
But they need to convert on offense and just put this one out of reach.
I agree.
Too. That is not the way to put this one out of reach and put it on ice. Three-pointer, good for Hampton. And a timeout by the Cardinals.
Yeah, so now it's a 7-point lead for Coon Rapids. And Coach Peterson, a little scowl on her face. Oh, actually, Osseo called the timeout.
Well, I think it was awfully generous of Coach Moss.
Wasn't that nice of him?
It was. Because if I'm Coach Peterson, I certainly want to get my girls over
and she was able to
have a little discussion about settling it down,
not turning the ball over.
Still have a 7-point lead. Be smart with the basketball, and just put this one on ice. Make smart decision. Pressure isn't on you.
Correct.
It's on the home team that hasn't won in 9 games and is trailing by 7. But that deficit was just 13 moments ago. Artis works up court, hands off to Lexi West, and now we'll get it back. Hands off to Courtney Ackerman. Ackerman trying to get it back. And the scramble defense pays off. Osseo comes up with another steal. Here's Hampton on the run, tried to dish. Losing it was Quate, and it's out of bounds back to the Cardinals.
There you see the just Quate could not control that.
Inbound to Brooklyn Dixon, running away from Haynes, and Haynes with those 4 fouls has to be careful. Caitlin Ackerman's jump shot is short. Quate has the rebound. And now Corona can turn up court. Hampton for Klein. Klein wanted to give it back, and now we'll put it on the floor instead. Corona at the top of the key, right side for Hampton. Hands off to Haynes. Haynes back out to Corona. Klein. You know, if you're Osseo here, you want to make sure you get a good look, but you can't be that patient when you're down by 7. Long 3.
Wow.
And she nailed it.
The freshman.
Wow.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it's a 4-point game. Dixon, jumper, won't go. Hanneman, rebound, kicked out to West, thought about it, steps to the free throw line and gets the jumper to go.
Yeah, big bucket for the Cardinals there. They certainly needed that.
Driving bucket and the foul for Klein at the other end.
Yeah, they called West. No, they called Courtney Ackerman. I think that's her. Is that her fourth?
Yes.
Yeah.
Klein, an opportunity here to cut it back to a single possession game. And not able to get the roll. But the rebound out of bounds to Osseo. Inbound tipped by Hanneman. Hanneman on the floor ties it up with Quate. And the possession arrow favors the Cardinals.
Hanneman and Quate sharing a little laugh there on that hold-up possession.
Full court pressure, and Dixon working up court against Jasmine Haynes. Will run all the way down, pull-up jumper, won't go. The rebound by Klein. Right side, Hampton spins, gets inside, and not sure how there was no contact there, but either way, West is going back the other way, spinning away from Klein. Pass, Dixon didn't come back to it. West able to recover for the Cardinals, fortunately, and timeout Coon Rapids, and desperately needed. I mean,
they did.
How do you? West clearly in some trouble.
Yeah.
You have to come back to the basketball.
You have to.
The other team is clearly out hustling you.
There you see it.
Yeah, it's an awful lot of contact for a no call. You know, and Hampton certainly thought so.
Yeah.
But and maybe he just felt that one easily could have gone either way. I thought Caitlin had pretty good position. Her feet were planted. But no call on that contact. And it looked like the Cardinals might be able to run away with this one. You know, they were up by 13 with 5 minutes to go, and Osseo has clawed their way back in, and now we're down to a 4-point game with 1:12 on the clock.
Officials hurrying both coaches along, telling to let's get back on the floor. I said.
Coon Rapids with the basketball, a 4-point lead. 1:12 remaining. Hanneman turns with it near midcourt, gets it to Brooklyn Dixon. Watched by Jasmine Haynes. Into the corner for Courtney Ackerman. Quate pokes it away out of bounds as we're just under a minute remaining. Inbound goes to Hanneman. Hanneman back to Courtney Ackerman. Wants to get it to Carver. Pressured by Klein, will back away. Down to 50 seconds remaining. And a 5-second violation, a turnover.
Oh, a technical.
And then a technical.
Oh, that was huge. And she deserved it. She threw the basketball in anger, and we're going to see it here. That's her fifth.
Corona will go to the line. 46 seconds left. An opportunity to cut it to a 2-point game, but she misses the first. And the Orioles, of course, will have possession after the free throw. So still, if she can hit this one, an opportunity on the ensuing possession to tie the ball game. She is able to hit it.
Turn of events. Osseo needs to make this possession count. 46 seconds remaining.
Inbound to Corona in the backcourt.
Cardinals just can't foul.
Fine.
Unless it gets down a little bit low. Depends on the time left.
Well,
he could.
Actually, he could foul.
It depends on the time.
Three-pointer is good. This game is tied. They actually might have been better off fouling, and then
Well, at that point, maybe, yeah, but you don't know that she's going to hit that three. You don't want to leave too much time on the clock either,
But I mean, if you foul, it's a one-and-one opportunity.
Right.
You know, as long as you foul them on the floor, they can't tie the ball game with a one-and-one.
Correct. They can tie it with that three right there.
And they did.
Yep.
And now 30 seconds remain, and a lot of smiles and momentum on the home team sideline.
Well, and you know, you have to down in the first half by 11. Did a nice job to come back. Down in the second half by 13, obviously, where you see where the score sits now, tied at 51. And if the Cardinals don't hold on here, this is really a tough loss, devastating loss, because this was an opportunity against a 2-win team just to continue your season, get on the right note, and
get back to 500.
I was going to say, and get back to 500.
You've been playing pretty well the last couple of weeks, even though you lost a rather lopsided contest to Centennial last week. That's a 5th-ranked team. This is not a 5th-ranked team.
No.
And, you know, it's these losses that the Cardinals have such trouble with. The loss to Blaine earlier in the season, 36-35 to a team that is not only a rival, but a team that is really struggling. And again, a team that they had leads on and just couldn't put away. And here they were, up 13, and holy cow, a three-pointer from Kerr, and Kerr able to track down her own rebound, and then she's fouled. But
wow.
I mean, Carver had.
Wow. I was a little surprised she took that three.
Well, I was too, but if you look at what's happening in your lower left screen,
yep.
I mean, Jasmine Haynes is laying on Carver, making no effort to get off. I mean, that should be a foul, but it wasn't. Kerr hustles for her own miss and able to get the rebound, get the foul, and now hit the free throw. And a big free throw for her here. And she hit them both.
Yeah, that's huge. Still plenty of time, Joe Young. 2-point lead for the Cardinals.
Well,
a little over
now,
14 seconds.
And now if you're the Cardinals, do you foul?
I don't think you do.
No?
I don't think you do.
Give them a chance to hit a one-on-one right away and leave time on the clock for yourself. The best they could do is tie. You don't foul, they do have a chance to try and put up a three.
They do.
Three for the win.
Let's see what Coach Peterson says.
I'm certainly no basketball strategist. Typically, I would not say foul.
I would not foul in this situation.
But you can't give a wide open look either.
No, defensively you have to play tough. It's awful quiet here in the gym. 14 and a half seconds remaining.
A tense one between two suburban rivals.
Almost like a golf match. It's like,
all right.
The wind blowing right to left.
Everyone posting.
Ellie Carver's parents
posting their thoughts on.
I saw
Twitter,
Joe Young today.
Instagram. Blogging out about the incredible nerves
of steel
that they are experiencing. The anticipation, the anxiety. Klein to inbound to Corona. Up court, right side, jump shot blocked away out of bounds. 7 seconds remain.
Big block there by Ellie. They'll just keep that to the outside. Plenty of time for Osseo to set up a play here.
Inbound Tay, here's Klein for the win. Caitlin got a piece of it. Cardinals recover, and they will hold on for the win.
Wow.
Osseo fans felt that Klein maybe fouled on that three-point attempt.
Yeah, tough to call foul in that situation. I mean, it wasn't certainly anything clear.
And the Cardinals able to hold on for a win, a lot closer than they wanted it to be, but they got the result they needed, a 53-51 win. And there's a look at Caitlin Ackerman getting piece of the ball at the very end to get the win. We'll take a break. We'll be back to wrap things up after this. You're watching live girls high school basketball on CTN.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown, and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch! Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back to Osseo High School. We just watched the Coon Rapids Cardinals slim 53-51 victory over the Osseo Orioles. Well, I'm here with one of the stars of the game, Ellie Carver, and Coach Peterson as well. Ellie, I'm going to talk to you first. 21 points. Congratulations on a nice night.
Thank you. Yeah, we knew that we had the height advantage coming into this game, and I thought we utilized it well. We looked at the basket, and a couple of our guards finished, which was nice to see.
You guys had leads in the first half and the second half. I know Coach wasn't real happy at the end of that first half. What did she talk to you about in that locker room that you can say here anyway?
Defense. We really struggled defensively, getting in help sides, switching and talking, and we knew coming back out that, if we were going to get the lead, we had to, keep it close and just play really good defense. And so, yeah.
You have to give credit to Osseo. Only a 2-win team coming in. They really kept it close with you guys. They had a chance at the end. I think it was just a nice job by you just to make sure you control that action and to get that slim win.
Yeah, it was a close one. We definitely, the last minute, kind of took control of it and played good defense, talked a lot, switched, and it was a good finish.
Nice game, Allie. Congratulations. Coach.
Howie?
Yeah, what are your thoughts at the end of this game?
Well, we got the W. That was the important first part. We will break it down in film tomorrow, and we'll learn from it.
Almost gave that game away at the end. Talk a little bit about what you were talking with your players right there at that last timeout.
I believe at one point I said, "Don't do stupid things." So that's some good coach speak for you. Really, it just came down to who wanted it more, and thankfully we got stops when we needed them. We got our heads back in it when we needed to. We got a couple big blocks and then some key rebounds at the end.
You have a game Friday night that an opportunity you play your good basketball. You have an opportunity for another one. Talk about that game coming up.
Well, we're going to have to clean it up and fix some things in practice Wednesday, Thursday, but no, Friday should be fun. So it's friends and family night. So all of you come to the field house Friday night, 7 o'clock, playing Elk River. Be there.
Love the plug, Coach. Thanks. Congratulations on the win. We're going to take a quick break and get back to wrap that up right after this.
Hi, I'm Peter. And there's nothing I love more than sharing vegetables with my friends. Come on in! Help yourself to anything. That's why we give our food the utmost respect it deserves. Did you know there are simple steps we can all take to help save food? You can cook it, store it, even share it. Just don't waste it. Because when it comes to food, better ate than never. To learn more, visit savethefood.com.
Back at Osseo High School, Coon Rapids a 53-51 win over the Orioles. And, again, as you talked about with Ellie, you got to give the Orioles credit. Twice down by double digits. and both times able to come back, force ties. The last time into the final minute of regulation, and Coon Rapids, breathes a sigh of relief as they get away with a much-needed win.
They really did, and you look at that, and what Coach said, and talked about some of the foolish things that the kids did in that game, and how to clean those things up for this Elk River game. But you're right. I think that would have been I don't know if I want to use the word devastating loss, but a really tough loss if they came in here against a 2-win team and dropped a game where they had an 11 and a 13-point lead.
Right, and that I think is the big thing, is the fact that they had those big leads and nearly saw the game still get away from them, but able to come away with it at the end. And give Kennedy Care credit for hitting 2 pressure free throws at the very end. But Coon Rapids had the slim lead at the break, and they were able to come back and again take control with a good middle of that second period when the Orioles really went on a scoring drought for several minutes and allowed the Cardinals to climb into that driver's seat with a 13-point edge. But then Osseo, as long as it took them to fall that far behind, they cut that lead quickly and able to get the game back to tied. And then the Cardinals, fortunately, down the stretch, able to get a couple of baskets, and again, those big pressure free throws by Kennedy Care and some strong defense to hold on for the win. Yeah,
and again, no quit in that Osseo team, as you talked about, and it made it tough for Coon Rapids down the stretch. They were able to get the win, but I think that this is some things to learn, and they'll look at tape. They'll look at some things that they need to correct. They've got a little time to do so before Friday, but the fact that they held on to win, that's a good thing. They even their record at 8-8 before they take on Elk River on Friday.
Yeah, big game for them on Friday against Elk River. Big game for us Saturday afternoon as we go to the Crick for an afternoon affair against Armstrong Cooper. Good divisional opponent for the Cardinal boys hockey team. We'll see the boys basketball team next Tuesday when they host Blaine Bengals on Tuesday live at 7 o'clock. Girls basketball team again on Monday, I should say, not next Monday, the following Monday, February the 5th, against the Park Center Pirates. But that's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score from Osseo High School, it's Coon Rapids 53, Osseo 51. Want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying goodnight.